Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Shades of Sloth. In today's video, we're going to go over my really good LavaLoon army. I don't want to call it unbeatable because that's just clickbait, but it really is unbeatable. I really love this army. I've spent a lot of time mastering it, and so I want to share it with you guys today, especially with Clan War League going on. So, going into our heroes, this is our hero lineup. You can switch into the Barb King. It really doesn't matter. You can honestly 3-star. This army is so good. You really only need like the Queen and the Warden and like maybe the Royal Champion or like one of these two. But anyway, I digress. This is a very strong army, so let's get into it. The philosophy with this army is to get the maximum amount of value for the minimum amount of cost. I know that's kind of the philosophy with all armies, but I would argue the Royal Champion charge is just really resource intensive, and I believe that I can get just as much value out of the Seeking Shield and Rocket Spear. So that's what I have set up on my Royal Champion right now, and Lassie as well. For my Archer Queen, again, tons of value from the Giant Arrow, tons of value from the Healer Puppet. Before the Healer Puppet's introduction, I did not have Dragon Riders or nearly as many minions because I had to run a bunch of other stuff, like 5 healers, to keep the Queen alive. But now that I have the Unicorn, which is upgrading right now, otherwise I would have it equipped to my Queen. This is the Queen setup. And again, it's such a strong army. We can honestly take all these pets off. Like it's really good. We don't need to be optimal at all. So you'll see my Clan War League attacks. I do not have my Unicorn, and we still get really good attacks and absolutely smash these bases. So yeah, now that we got the Royal Champion and Queen out of the way, let's go to the Grand Warden. This is the standard setup for balloons. If you don't have the life gem leveled up, that's okay, but you can still use it. It's just really good on balloons. It essentially doubles their HP, so that's why you see them running with loons and other smaller HP units like miners and hog riders. And then the Eternal Tome, because it's the Eternal Tome. Like, there's literally no other equipment that beats it. So always run that. And then with the Minion Prince, I've been trying him out. This is the equipment that I like. It really doesn't matter what you run on him. Again, this 4th hero is completely unnecessary. You can run the Barb King. Mine's just upgrading. So without further ado, let's get into the army. I got one headhunter. This is to help out the Archer Queen. True through Barbarian King. We'll see in one of the replays. I really don't like just sitting there forever on Barbarian King, so I have one headhunter to speed up that process if it arises. We got 2 Lava Hounds. I say 2 because this is really 2 Lava Hounds. With the Eternal Tome, we can make 1 Lava Hound. The value for 2, and I'll show how we can do that. And again, even if not, this strategy just absolutely dominates. We got 1 Baby Dragon for funneling, 17 minions for cleanup. We got 3 Dragon Riders because they're awesome and super cool. That's literally the only reason. And then 23 balloons because we needed them for our main force, as well as Coco Loons to protect our healers from seeking air mines, and 2 super wall breakers. They don't have to be super wall breakers, these can be regular wall breakers, and you can actually just take wall breakers out. They just allow a little bit more versatility when you're doing your Queen Walk / charge after you use your Giant Arrow to start the attack off. So now that we got the armor out of the way, let's jump into the spells. We got 2 rage spells. I use these exclusively on my Queen charge to keep my Queen alive and boost her healers up. 4 freezes to be used wherever. Freezes are just super good. All the time in all situations. Stop multi-target infernos, stop high defense areas, stop clustered stuff up, stop air defenses, especially to get most maximum value out of our Lava Hound, as well as haste spells to take out air defenses quickly when we need to with our balloons, as well as a poison spell for any clan castle troops we might encounter. And then in the clan castle, if you can make max level blimps, go for it. I can make max level blimps, but I just have it down here just because. And ideally, you would have max level blimps, switch this out, and then you would actually have a siege machine, a maximum siege machine here, assuming you're level 14. Again, you can adapt this army for all town hall levels. That's another reason why I love this army. I've used obviously different variations of this army because I've had different troops available to me and spells available to me. But ever since Town Hall 9, I've been doing Lalo and then Queen Charge Lalo. So really love this attack. So yeah, this is the ideal setup. We got a Yeti and Sneaky Goblins with a Rage and Invisibility spell to take out the Town Hall, because under no circumstances should you be planning on taking out the Town Hall with your army, because the Poison Bomb just absolutely destroys them. So that should never be your game plan. Should always be either Rocket Spears after it's been activated by the Giant Arrow, or Queen charging into it, or ideally using the Blimp. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into some replays. Let's go for this one. So I'm going to kind of dive into how you should analyze a base first, and then we're going to show the actual execution of the attack. So looking at this base, the first thing I look for are where the air sweepers at, because these are actually the biggest threat to our balloons. Not even air defenses, just the sweepers, because they slow. Balloons are already slow enough. You don't want to get them slowed down. And we also really need to plan on taking out the town hall with our blimp. And unless we're going to freeze one of these, we're really going to need to take these out. So looking at this base, I really just like the idea of getting rid of these air sweepers that are defending the core and not having to worry about them. So we're going to send the queen down here, and we're going to use her giant arrow to take these out. Again, looking at the attack, you kind of want to break it up into sections. I'm going to go ahead and grab my drawing tool to better help visualize this. We'll do red. So yeah, looking at this base again, you really want to break it up into an L. Reason being, you don't want balloons to have to push in to any compartments, just because of how slow and weak they are. So if you have balloons down here and they move their way up to the scatter shot in this multi, they're going to absolutely get destroyed. So you really want to funnel the base in a way that you can send in your balloons from these straight lines in an L shape and just take all this out at once. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and given the value that I have from taking out these two air sweepers with my queen. Again, we have a centralized queen, so we have to worry about that in a second. But we're going to send our queen here, and she's going to walk this way. I did want her to walk this way, or even walk in and take out this queen. But again, unfortunately, that doesn't happen, which happens a lot. But your ability to adapt in this game is more important than anything. And this army really allows you to adapt and overcome really any situation that gets thrown at you, be it defending CC, a tornado trap, or whatever. You can always find a way. So again, giant arrow across the base. We're going to walk up, engage these troops, set the funnel here with the queen, and then I end up sending in my royal champion down here to funnel out this side of the base, and then we send everything in this L shape to take out, as long as the blimp as well with the rage to take out this core. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the replay. So there's our giant arrow, dropping a cocoa balloon to check for seeking air mines. We got 4 healers to keep her alive. We sent in the wall break a little prematurely. That was my fault. I got a little hasty with that. We should have waited to see which way the queen wanted to walk. Try sending in another one, but he opts to path around. So already on the start of this attack, it's not going the way I planned it in my head. So I kind of have to adapt. Right now, we got this multi-target cooking our healers, and we don't want that to happen because the queen's never going to be able to reach it. And we'll also have the scatter shot here in a sec. So recognizing this, I send in my royal champion after raging up my queen to keep her alive, and she'll take out the problems that I just stated, and she'll work her way down and set the funnel more that I liked. Had that not happened, I would have sent her in more down here to take out these builders' huts and then move her way into this air defense, and then I would have just came in the base in a straight line. So sometimes you don't need to come in at an L. Sometimes you just get a straight line if you get a lot of value with stuff. But in this case, this is the pathing we opted for. So I'll let this run as long as possible. We want to get maximum value out of the queen before activating the Eagle Artillery with the rest of our main force. So once I see she kind of has gotten everything I want her to get, I'll send in the rest of my troops. So I'll do 1 to 2 balloons for each of these defenses here, and then I'll spam down my blimp and my Lava Hound. Unfortunately, I made a mistake of not being able to get the Lava Hound in the Eternal Tome aura, so that is another blunder of this attack. Had that not happened, we would have been able to get double value out of our Lava Hound, but I'll show you that in the other attack. So he's going to tank some Seeking Air Mines, tank the air defense. We've pulled the rest of the CC. We're going to spam our balloons around, haste up to get into this air defense, and then in an ideal world, that Lava Hound would still be at full HP, and he'd fly up here and tank for the rest of the balloons that we have. But anyway, let's focus on the blimp. The blimp's finally reached its destination. Drop a rage for it, and now we can take out the... Not only can we destroy the clan castle, but we also get all the CC troops, the queen, and the Eagle Artillery. So this attack is pretty much reached its conclusion. Here I wanted to pop my Minion Prince's ability to slow the rest of these defenses down. You could also use it right away, which is what I'm starting to opt for, because, again, I'm not good with it yet. That was a big mistake as well. But again, no matter how many mistakes you make with this base, or how many mistakes you make with the army, it just absolutely smashes. So I'm going to speed this up. I have more than enough troops to clean up. And that'll be the end of attack 1. So that was more of an anti-2-star base. Let's go ahead and look at an anti-3-star base that I think more people would have problems with. These are the bases I typically have the most problems with. So this is the one I did yesterday. And if you guys want to see more videos of this attack on different bases, feel free to let me know. Give me base links in the comments. I'll be happy to add them to my friendly challenges with myself. So this is more of an anti-3-star base because of the offset town hall and the centralized eagle artillery. But because of this, we have this this really big dead space. I'll go ahead and do some more drawings for you guys. We have all this dead space here that makes natural pathing for our balloons here, so we don't even have to worry about that. So the only things we need to worry about are the CC, where the sweepers are, and where the town hall is, and the enemy heroes. So first off, again, first thing I look for is giant arrow value, and it just so happens that this is the biggest value I've ever gotten with the giant arrow. I got both of these air sweepers and both of these air defenses in one giant arrow go, which was just absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to show it to you guys. And then we set the rest of the funnel with the Royal Champion down here to take out the scatter shot, the air expo, air defense, multi-target, which are all really bad for balloons. And so that will set the funnel on this side of the base. And then given this natural spacing here, we have our L, or double L in this case, to send all our balloons in. So that's how we approach this base, and let's get into the replay and show you guys. So there goes the giant arrow again. Absolutely gorgeous value. Any air attack would really succeed now, except maybe dragons if they didn't path properly. So we're gonna let the queen do her job. We pulled the CC with the baby dragon. I wasn't expecting the baby dragon to go down here. I was expecting like ice golems or something, and then it would have gotten the funnel on the queen. But again, not really necessary. We throw in the headhunter to help with the king, and then the queen works her way through the rest of the CC troops. Now we're just gonna let her work. She'll work her way into this archer queen. We'll rage her up when she engages so she doesn't die. And then we'll send in our Royal Champion to take care of those defenses I talked about earlier. Take out the RC. I didn't need to freeze her there, but I was just afraid. I didn't want my queen to go down. I didn't want the warden to get pulled as well. So yeah, now that we've gotten the value with our queen, we'll go ahead and go into the rest of our attack. Again, now that we have this nice L shape on the base, and honestly we could ignore these defenses down here, and we can just look at this L, because the concentration with the giant arrow is more skewed this way. So again, sprinkle your balloons out, 2 to 3 for each defense that you see along the L. I like to spam my Dragon Riders behind. This time we did get the Lava Hound in the Eternal Tome, which is ideal, so we can get the max amount of tankiness for our balloons. Not activating, or at least taking damage from Seeking Air Mines. Our balloon has reached its destination, so we're going to drop a Rage for the Yetis, so we can just melt that Town Hall. And then we're going to go into the next phase of the attack. Now that these guys have moved and taken this L out and have started to get, you know, now that we know we've committed enough balloons, we'll send the rest of the balloons over here to take out the rest of these defenses. And again, we have a full HP Lava Hound here. This is really what you want to see, because had we missed this air defense, he would have traveled across this core, activated all of these traps, which is why we have haste spells in to get rid of the air defense as soon as possible, so he moves his way, gets maximum value out of him. Essentially 2 Lava Hounds, right? And then that way these balloons would have had much more success regarding the tankiness of things. But yeah, so this attack's pretty much over. Go ahead and speed up. And I think that'll be it for today. If you have any bases you want me to hit, let me know. Any attacks you want me to go over, feel free. Here's the army again. But again, now that we have that army viewer, it's so much nicer. So go ahead and go back to the video and pause and copy it. I'll also put a link to the army down in the description once I figure out how to do that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Almonds are good. Shades out.